To the microphone. I'm not going to. That's all I felt like doing.
I was a man of courage and fighting. I helped defeat the Syrians and regain all of Jerusalem. My father, my brothers, and I all had a strong connection with Yahweh, and we were all part of a rebellion against the Syrians. My people were living with each other in serenity and peace until the Syrians had eroded the army and took over my home. The Syrians did many things against our religion, such as tear down the relics of Yahweh and replace them with their own objects. The Syrian king was a tyrant, and anyone who did not bow down to their gods was executed. The worst thing the Syrians did was enter the holy temple and burn an unclean pig on the holy altar. Afterwards, they raided it for all of the radiant valuables. Later, they erected a statue of Zeus. Anything the Syrians found that was not precious to them was utterly destroyed. One of the artifacts that was not destroyed was a menorah that my people had kept burning for hundreds of years. But when the Syrians got a hold of the menorah, they blew it out. My people watched in horror as their holy temple was sanctified by having all of the holy artifacts shattered. One day, my father, who was a high priest, walked by a Syrian statue, and a Syrian guard bellowed, "Bow." But my father replied, "No." However, a man of my own kind appeared and confessed, "I will bow." After that, my father grabbed a sword and killed both the man and the guard. My father, my brothers, and I ran away and shouted, "Anyone who is for Yahweh, let him follow me." Many people followed that day. My father fought many battles and later got too old to fight. He bestowed the duty of leadership upon me, so I took over and fought for him. We fought and won so many battles that we became known as Hammer. We were vastly outnumbered in every battle, but by Yahweh's strategy, we won our battles. The king was ferocious about this. He sent out so many troops that it looked like any army would fall. But my people had two advantages the army did not: Yahweh and strategy. Nearly every time the Syrians thought they were 2 steps ahead of us, we were 3 steps in front of the Syrians. This vigorous fighting continued for many years. My people were not going to obey the Syrians and give up our religion. Many intrepid soldiers were killed and more were injured. Through all the hardships in the war, the people, my brothers and I remained vigilant and faithful. Our knowledge of the land allowed us to fight in a familiar terrain, while the Syrians had no idea how the terrain flowed. After a seemingly endless amount of battles, we all went back to our regained territory. However, this was not a total victory, for I had recently died. My people traveled back to the temple and tried to find some oil to light the holy lamp. They had found a little flask of pure oil, but it would only last a day, and it takes 8 days to make more. They poured the little yet valuable flask of oil in the lamp and immediately started to make more. The lamp shined for the 8 days that it took for them to make the purified oil. Today we remember this miracle by celebrating the festival known as Hanukkah. I was a great leader in war and never gave up until my death. My work was very helpful in the fight against the scary and surprising Syrians. My strong connection with Yahweh is what led us all to victory.